Hello, my friends. Today's a special day. Today, 5 years ago, I tried to end my life. And on this day, I was trying to think of something, what to say. I was trying to think of, what can I say about this? Because I don't want it to be all sad and unhappy, but at the same time, I don't want to forget about what happened. Forget about something real that happened in my life that could have affected so many people, and of course myself. And that did affect so many people. I never could have imagined where I'd be in 5 years. Think about what's happened in the last 5 years. I just want to walk you through this because this is amazing. So 5 years ago, I was 16 years old. And I was so miserable and in so much pain that I decided the only way out was to end my life. That was it. It was the only option I had. Fast forward a few months. I'm getting help. Right? I survived getting help. I'm improving. I think, what the heck? How could I be improving? I never thought this was possible. Fast forward a few more months. I was feeling pretty good. Like after 6 months, I was like, okay, I'm feeling better. Like obviously, I'm not perfect. Obviously, I'm still dealing with a lot of the stuff, that came along with it. But for the most part, I'm not feeling overly depressed. Taking the medication, still seeing a therapist. And I decided that I have to do something. I'm getting better. I have a story. I survived. 1 in 4 of my peers are suffering from depression. What am I going to do about it? 1 in 12 attempt suicide. What am I going to do about it? And so September 7th, I believe, or September 14th, I launched my blog and I uploaded my YouTube video. And I didn't know what was going to happen. I thought, I'm gonna blog. I barely even know what blogging was. I barely even know I never really went on YouTube before that. It was just I was never interested in it. That happened, that continued on. I started doing some interviews. I started doing some news, some radio, some television. And as time went on, right, we fast forward to the next year, and this professional speaker donates his time to help me, to train me to speak. An hour every single week for 7 months. That was unbelievable. So we go through this, we're training. I get my lucky break and I get my first speaking engagement at a conference. I know it. I was 17 years old. I didn't know. I barely had any idea what was happening. I knew I wanted to speak. I knew I had a talent for it. But, I was still learning so much. I was still learning about myself, my life, psychology, mental health, things. I was still learning so much. So I gave my speech. And that was the first time. Really the first time, in person, that someone just said, wow. You've changed my life. And that was unbelievable to me that I, a 17-year-old kid, could do that. Because, I wasn't a genius. I didn't have any extraordinary amount of skills. I'm not the best speaker in the world. I'm still not. I'm not the best writer. I don't have the best voice. I don't have the best skills in the world. I'm not the best at anything. But it didn't stop me. And then so fast forward, and now I'm speaking constantly. I'm doing trips in LA where I'm staying for days, speaking to school after school after school. I'm inspiring and saving lives. People are not killing themselves because they heard me talk. And I just find that unbelievable. How could I do that? How could I be able to do that? And now, to where I am now, I own 2 businesses. They're going well. I am discovering what I want to do. I am moving forward with. I'm inspiring and changing lives. And the reason I say all this is not because I just wanted to brag. I don't like bragging. I feel uncomfortable doing it. Even this, I'm I don't want to say it. But I say this because right now, you or somebody you know is in that spot I was. Where in the next 5 years you can't even imagine it. They just look like misery and darkness. And I want you to stop for a second and consider the fact, or help your friend, right? Consider the fact that in 5 years they could be saving their peers' lives. They could be literally stopping them from making a terrible decision, a permanent decision, in regards to something that could be helped, something that could be helped with. Imagine if you did that. Like, you can. And that's why I'm so glad that I don't have like a genius IQ, that I'm not the best, piano player, the best, most eloquent person in the world, because you don't need to have that. You don't need to be that to make an impact. You don't need that. All you need, this is all you need. If you think that, oh, my life's worthless, my life's hopeless, guess what? It's not. Because all you need to make your life worth, you have worth inherently. But for your view, right? So for you to define as worth, because I know how you think, because I was there, for you to find as your life having worth, all you need is an idea, a spark. And you need to do something about that, a passion. And all you need is to do something. That's it. I don't care what it is. You can make bird cages, or I don't know, like, that was a weird thing that just popped into my mind. Why would or you could be, it's like you could like draw, anything, you could literally do anything. Because what's stopping you from making a video and uploading to YouTube? I shoot all my videos on my phone. You have a phone. Right? Nothing's stopping you. What's to stop you from downloading the Anchor app and holding your phone up and having a podcast talking about something that you enjoy, and having that podcast go on iTunes, Google Play, and Stitcher, or somewhere else? Nothing's stopping you. What's stopping you from forming a free blog on Blogger, which was I did for the first 3 years. The first 3 years I did this, I had a free website on blogger.com. And I was changing and saving lives. You don't need to be fancy. You don't need lots of money. You don't need, a huge amount of intelligence. All you need is to say, hey, I want to help these kind of people. I want to do this. I have an idea. You can do it you don't need money anymore. You don't need a team. You don't need a production studio. You don't need a graphic artist. You don't need a web designer. You don't need any of that anymore. You have your phone, and that's honestly all you need. Even if you don't have your phone, you can go to a library and write up a blog. Nothing stopped me, and I didn't let anything stop me. That's the power you have. That's what you can do. So if you are feeling worthless, if you're feeling hopeless, or you know someone who is, just see this transformation that I went through. In the period of 5 years, I'm speaking to tens of thousands of people, and I want you to cast away all of that, all of those excuses, all that insecurity, the fear of saying, well, what if I do it? What if it doesn't work out? You start over, you do something else. I've done so many things that didn't work out. I have tried so many things that never worked out. I used to have a terrible YouTube series that just wasn't well done. It just wasn't well done. And I stopped doing it because it didn't work out. There's no excuses. There's no one holding you back except yourself. And yes, I understand if you're dealing with a mental disability, of course it holds you back. Of course it does. But your 100%, someone else's, let's say my 100%, it might be up here because I've developed mental health, I've overcome my challenges, I've built myself, right? I've done that. So my 100% may be this. But your 100% may be this. And that's okay, that's your 100%, that's the most you can give. So why not give your 100%? Why not give your 100%? Yeah, it may seem small to you, but that's your 100%. And if you're giving that, then that's success. Don't let someone else define success for you. Don't let anybody define success for you except for yourself. Not even me. Don't let me define success for you. You know what you want. Or maybe you don't. But you know, right? I want to be a better person. I want to improve. I want to just help people. I want to do this. I want to do that, right? You have some kind of inkling of an idea. Do it. That's what I did, and look where I am. There's nothing holding you back. And on this 5-year anniversary of the worst day of my life and so many other people's lives, I wanted to share that with you. And I wanted to use this to give you hope. And I think that's the reason I'm here. That's the reason I do this, is to be unashamed. To be unashamed and to give you hope. To give you hope when you don't have any. To give you hope in order to help you give hope to others. That's what I'm here for. That's why I do this. So I'm gonna just end this now because I want you to go out there. I want you to do something. On this 5-year anniversary of a horrible, terrible day, I want you to do something about it. Whether it's smiling at people a little bit more, whether it's being nice to somebody maybe you don't really like all that much. I want you to do something. Do something to improve yourself. Do something to impact the world. And as always, be unashamed. And stay unashamed.